Hey guys, so today we're going to be reading Dork Diaries book 5, and it's called Tales from a Not So Smart Miss Know-It-All. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so page 1. OMG, I can't believe I'm actually going to go through with this. It's supposed to be just a little prank, but I have to admit, I'm a little worried. I only need to think about the consequences of my actions. Because if something goes wrong, there's a chance someone could actually end up dead. Yes, that's correct, dead. Namely me, because if my parents find out about this stupid stunt I'm planning to pull, they're going to kill me. It all started when Chloe, Zoe, and I decided to have a sleepover during our winter break from school. We excitedly counted down the seconds to midnight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Got a little picture right there. My voice sounds better after I finish. Spreading out. Chloe, Zoe, and I celebrate. I was really looking forward to a brand new year, mainly because last year was filled with so much drama. What better way to start things off than with me and my two BFFs having a wild and crazy New Year's Eve pajama party at Zoe's house. We picked out on pizza, double chocolate cupcakes, M&Ms, and ice cream sundaes, and then washed it all down with soda. Soon we were giggling hysterically and bouncing off the walls from a major sugar buzz. We were having way too much fun painting our nails from funky colors and playing Truth or Dare to watch some lame disco ball thingy dropped in Times Square on TV. Zoe, truth or dare? Chloe asked, locking her eyes on Zoe with a evil grin. Truth, she answered. Got a picture. Chloe, Zoe, and me eating junk food and playing truth or dare. I have a really good one, Zoe squealed. It's so romantic and from my fave book. Okay, would you rather kiss Deadly Doodle Dude or Hunkfin? Ooh, that's easy, Zoe giggled. I pick Hunkfin. He's a sensitive artist type and super cute. Yeah, but Deadly Doodle Dude is so morbidly beautiful and intensely doodly, Chloe gushed. That's when I almost choked on my pizza. None of my BFF is a hopeless romantic, and I love her to death, but sometimes I worry that her teeth might be brighter than she is. Crushing on the doodly guy is just so wrong. I mean, is that even a real word? If I was going to create the perfect guy, he would be kind, have a good sense of humor, and be adorably cute, just like my crush Brayden. Me mixing up the ingredients to make my dream guy. Your turn, Nikki, Zoe said, and turned to me. Truth or dare? Ooh, I have a really good one, Chloe exclaimed. A wicked grin spread across her face as she whispered in Zoe's ear. Zoe's eyes got as big as saucers. OMG, Chloe, Nikki is going to die if we ask her that, she shrieked through her giggles. I scrunched up my face and nervously chewed my lip. Answering truth about a fictional guy was fun and exciting, but answering what about a real guy could be totally embarrassing, and I was hoping to avoid one guy in particular, if you know what I mean, which meant I did have a choice. Dare. Nobody's been brave enough to try a dare, so I'll do one. Give me your hardest, I challenged Zoe. She tapped her chin in deep thought. Then suddenly a sly smirk appeared on her face. Are you sure about that? Nikki requesting a truth might be a lot easier. Or maybe not, Chloe said smugly. Yes, I'm sure. Dare, I blurted. Bring it. Sometimes I really wish my brain worked faster than my big fat mouth, because it was quite obvious that Chloe and Zoe were up to some mischievous evil genius stuff. But there was just no way I was going to violently spill my guts about Brayden in a game until I heard Zoe's dare. Okay, dare. I dare you to sneak over to Mackenzie's and toilet paper her house. I just stared at Zoe and gasped. I couldn't believe my ears. OMG, Chloe exclaimed. That's so dangerous and sneaky and totally the best dare ever. You gotta do it, Nikki. I immediately broke into a cold sweat. I don't know, guys, I stammered. I mean, what if I get caught? I could get in really big trouble. I guess I'm just a big chicken. Sorry to ruin all of the fun. Don't feel bad, Nikki. I give you a super crazy dare. Only the CCP, cute, cool, and popular kids do stuff like that. That. Chloe and I are chickens too, Zoe admitted. I know, that's right. Chloe clucked. I think Chloe has always said those things to just make me feel better, but about not doing that dare. They're definitely the best friends ever. To vent her frustration, we played the chicken dance song and clucked and danced and clucked for 9 minutes. Chloe, me, and Zoe. Got a picture? Chickens are us. Afterward, we just sat there staring at each other, wishing our lives were a lot more, I don't know, exciting or something. It was strange because the more I thought about all the mean stuff Mackenzie had done to us, the more ticked off I got. There's only so much public humiliation, vicious teasing, malicious gossip, ruthless sabotage, and mean girl backstabbing that a person can take. I'd had quite enough of people who went out of their way to make my life totally miserable. People being snobby, shallow girls like Mackenzie Hollister. Calling her a mean girl is an understatement. She's a doorman. She's a Doberman in lip gloss and designer jeans, and for some reason she hates my guts. Mackenzie having to clean up a few rolls of toilet paper is nothing compared to the very long list of horribly rotten things she'd done to us. And she hurts other people too. It was her fault Brayden almost moved to Florida. You know what, guys? I'm still pretty angry about Mackenzie locking us in that storage closet right before we're supposed to skate in the Holiday on Ice show. I fummed. Yeah, if she'd had her way, we'd still be in there, Chloe gripped, until someone found our skeletons. Me, Zoe, and Chloe. Nikki, Zoe, Chloe. Me, Chloe, and Zoe not looking very cute after being locked in that storage closet for 3 very long years. You're right, and that was the last straw. I changed my mind about the dare. I'm going to do it, but only if you guys come with me, I announced. We've got your back, girlfriend, Zoe said. This isn't a dare anymore. It's payback. I'll get the toilet paper. So right now, I'm locked in Zoe's bathroom, writing all of this in my diary. Instead of doing the sleeping part of our sleepover, we're secretly planning the great toilet paper caper. The good news is, Miss Thang, also known as Mackenzie, is finally going to get what she deserves. The bad news is, if my parents ever find out about this, I'm going to be dead meat. I can't believe it's only 37 minutes into the new year and I'm already freaking out. One thing is very clear. This year is going to have way more drama than last year. Thursday, January the 2nd. Have you ever had a really bad feeling about something and inside your head a little voice is screaming, "No, stop, don't do it." Well, that little voice was warning me that our great toilet paper caper was going to be a complete and utter disaster. But did I listen? Of course not. Although I have to admit, part of me wanted to just call the whole thing off. Sneaking out into the cold, dark night to wreak havoc on the world sounded exciting, but we could have had just as much fun staying inside doing all of the normal sleepover stuff. You know, stuff like crawling to my warm and cozy sleeping bag and pretending to be asleep. My BFFs giggled uncontrollably and poured water on my hand trying to make me pee my pants. Giggle, 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 giggle. Me pretending to be asleep. Stealing Chloe's overnight bag and raiding Zoe's underwear jar while they're both busy brushing their teeth. Then secretly stuffing everything in the freezer. Me secretly stuffing Chloe's and Zoe's clothes in the freezer. Taking turns scaring ourselves to death by telling super spooky stories in the dark by flashlight. Then the ghost floated across the room, moaning, "Zoe!" But another part of me, a very dark and primitive side, wanted desperately to get even with Mackenzie. The thought of being a teen rebel with cause seemed so cool at the time. Anyway, although I'd been to Mackenzie's house before purely by accident. OMG, that's a long and gut-wrenching story. I didn't realize she lived only a few doors down from Zoe. I felt a little better about the whole thing knowing we didn't have to walk very far in the dark. Zoe and I found flashlights and gathered up rolls of toilet paper, but Chloe was no help whatsoever. She just sat in front of the mirror humming "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" while making up her face to look like a bunny. Aren't these fuzzy bunny ears too cute? Now I'm ready to go. Chloe, I gawked at her in confusion. You realize we're not going to a costume party, right? Yeah, I know what I'm doing, she assured me. If we get caught, do you think the cops will arrest an adorable little bunny and throw her in jail? Of course not. but I'll definitely come and visit you and Zoe in the slammer. Okay, now I was starting to get a little worried. As we trudged through the snow to Mackenzie's house, it was pitch dark and eerily quiet. All we could hear was the crunching of the snow underfoot and our heavy breathing. I had to resist the urge to run back and run to turn around and run screaming back to my warm and safe sleeping bag. Finally, we reached Mackenzie's house and it was just like I had remembered. Ginormous. Suddenly, my stomach felt super queasy. Only, I didn't know if it was all the junk food I'd eaten earlier that night, or the fact that I was very close to finally getting a meet and greet with some of my favorite rap artists who were doing time in prison. As a fellow inmate, yikes. Come on, let's get this done before somebody sees us, I shouted. Zoe took 6 rolls of toilet paper out of her backpack and tossed them to Chloe, and me. Chloe and Zoe ran toward a huge tree on the left, and I ran toward one on the right. Then we frantically tossed the toilet paper over the branches until the two trees looked like towering 20-foot mummies. OMG, it was such a rush. It was the most fun we'd had together since yesterday. Suddenly the porch light flicked on. Oh crud, someone's coming outside, I shouted. We quickly dove into some nearby bushes and then cautiously peeked out. The front door opened and we saw a figure walk down the sidewalk. Hurry up and go potty already, Fifi. It's freezing out here, said a familiar voice. It was Mackenzie. Oh crud, I'm going to have to finish writing this diary entry later. I'm trying to vent about some very personal and private stuff, and my mom just barged into my bedroom without even knocking. She said that for family sharing time, we're all going with Brianna to see the latest Princess Sugar Plum movie, and then we're having dinner at Queasy Teasy. Ah, splat! That was me barfing. I don't know which I hate more, Princess Sugar Plum movies or Queasy Teasy. I guess I'm so traumatized by that time Mackenzie videotaped Brianna and me dancing at Queasy Teasy and put it on YouTube. Gotta stop writing my diary, even though I don't want to. To be continued. Friday, January the 3rd. So where was I before I was rudely interrupted? Tapping to try to remember. Alright, in the middle of the great toilet paper caper. Hurry up and go potty already, Fifi. It's freezing out here, Mackenzie complained to her poodle. Although her humongous yard had more landscaping than a city park, the stupid dog decided to piddle on exactly the same bush we were hiding in. OMG, we didn't move a muscle. We didn't even dare breathe. What's wrong, Fifi? There's nothing there but bushes. Let's go back inside now. We breathed a classic sigh of relief. Whew! Then without warning, Fifi darted under the bushes and lunged at us, barking like a rabid pit bull. Bark, 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 bark. Ah! We screamed as we fell over each other, trying to scramble out of the bushes. Of course, we scared the juice out of Mackenzie. She gasped in horror and screamed even louder than us. Ah! That realizing that Mackenzie had actually seen our faces, we just clung to each other and screamed louder. Ah! We freaked Mackenzie out even more, and her scream louder yet. And made her scream. We freaked Mackenzie out even more and made her scream louder yet. Ah! All of the barking, freaking, screaming, and screaming in the bushes went on for what seemed like forever. Ah, bark, bark, bark.